Hi family, Dr. Hooten here, helping you turn your test into a testimony and your mess into a message. I know my health when I was younger was pretty rough. It was a bunch of medications and going to the doctor all the time. Today, we turned that mess into a powerful message. And like many of you out there, we've seen loved ones go through what I consider the worst possible mess or disease, and that's Alzheimer's. How many of you would like to avoid Alzheimer's or dementia? In this brief video, I'm going to give you three things that you can be doing now so you don't ever get the mess of Alzheimer's. A mentor of mine told me years ago, he said, Dr. Brian, and I'd gone to him with, I was making all these mistakes in my life. This is before my wife, Mish. I was making mistakes in my personal life and my health life. And I said to him, man, I don't understand why I'm going wrong. I know what to do and all these different things. And he says, Brian, you don't have to make the mistakes yourself. You can learn from other people's mistakes. And I don't know why that struck such a chord with me, but when it comes to Alzheimer's, I want to learn from what our generations before us where they have gone wrong, where they've made mistakes, creating this mess that is everywhere. And I'll tell you the first thing right off the bat, this isn't one of the three things that you need to know, but very important, Alzheimer's is not genetic. In fact, the field of epigenetics has disproven all disease correlation with your genes. And some of the easier ways that they did that was they looked at twins and why would one twin get sick, why wouldn't the other one get sick, and they spliced down the genes and everything. And what they found is that our behavior affects the way our genes express themselves. Your behavior. So everybody say it's my fault. Everybody say it's my fault, ladies.
My fault.
It's my fault too. Whatever happens to you disease-wise, you've got to take responsibility. It is up to you to prevent this thing. So number one, most important, is the flow between your brain and your body. In other words, a proper functioning spine. Of course, that's where we come in, the docs at Max Living that specialize in getting your spine flowing. So if you're out there watching this on social media, if you're YouTube or wherever, understand this, that most chiropractors are dealing with car crashes and back pain and that kind of thing. We in Max Living, our doctors, are focused primarily on getting your spine to flow unobstructed between your brain and your body. And think about it. If you were to choke off the canal or the tunnel between your brain and your body, obviously your body's not going to get all the brain power. Well, your brain needs nutrients from your body up to itself. So if that is choked right there, and those nutrients can't get to the brain, what do you think is going to happen to your brain? Not good. And we've had people coming in with early onset Alzheimer's, and when they start care, their brain and their body starts to work, and voila, it's awesome stuff. And one of our more famous ones is a little lady named Shirley. If you happen to meet her in here, just talk to her. She's awesome, and so is her family. And everybody that knows her, they're awesome. Okay, so get your spine working consistently, regularly, at a proper type of chiropractor. That's number one. Number two, cut out all processed carbohydrates. And that seems to be a common theme with weight loss or hormone issues or anything, is to cut out these processed carbs. Things like cereals, breads, pastas, rice, crackers, chips, cookies, ice cream. You get the picture. All those processed carbs cause inflammation. It literally hurts your brain. It hurts your joints. It hurts your muscles. It hurts your heart. It hurts your body every time you eat these things. And your body's going to respond with inflammation, trying to repair from this onslaught of chemical mess that you've just put in. And long-term ramifications of that. These toxic waste products build up in your brain, causing cell tissues to die in your brain. Not cool. Alzheimer's, dementia. On top of that, anxiety and everything else that comes with it. Cut the processed carbs out. Many in the Alzheimer's world or the dementia world are calling Alzheimer's type 3 diabetes. Let that sink in, where you've become so dependent and so habitually consumed with all these processed carbs. So get those out. So that's number two. And number three is proper supplementation. Now, this is an area where I've had to become a master over the last 5 years because I watched my wife get sick. And that didn't make any sense because she's getting adjusted, she eats well, she exercises well, so on and so forth. Along the way, what I really found out was that your cells, including your brain cells, your heart cells, any other cells, your hormones, your neurotransmitters, things that regulate your mood, your sleep, your energy, all these things, there are basic nutrients that we all need. So I'm going to cover these basic supplements. Now, in the world of supplementation, if you've been around at all, you can, plug in online supplements for memory, supplements for blood pressure, blah, 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 supplements this and this and this. Listen, we all have the same foundational needs. If you don't do these things first, you are not hitting the bullseye. Okay, so we'll keep this very, very simple. Number one in terms of supplementation are trace minerals. Okay, there are millions of functions happening in your body right now that depend on proper minerals everywhere. And we used to have these minerals from the ground in that big green bottle that we had, and those are fine. We switched to this blue bottle, these minerals. They're a little cleaner source. The green bottle was clean. This is just a little bit better, and it's a little less expensive. It still doesn't taste very good. But you want to take some of these drops in your water throughout the day, or you could put it in any juice and any liquid. Obviously, don't use a processed juice. If you're going to do a juice at all, make sure it's like lemon juice and apple cider vinegar or something. But put some of these minerals. You want to get up to about 30 to 40 drops per day, and that'll give you plenty of minerals for your brain health, for all of your body, all your cells everywhere to have enough fuel. Okay. Number two. And this is in addition to minerals. This is actually a mineral itself. This is the brand we use called Natural Calm. This is actually a magnesium supplement. It's about 325 milligrams per serving. This tastes delicious. It's naturally sweetened, raspberry, lemon. It doesn't have any artificial anything, non-GMO, all these different things. It's sweetened with, let's see, I think it's sweetened with stevia. Either way, it's yeah, so it's got a little bit of stevia, organic raspberry and lemon flavors. Delicious. This will, in fact, if you put this in water and then drop those minerals in the water, it will kill the taste of the minerals. So this is really good stuff. Just about everybody I've ever spoken to or ever seen get a test done on their minerals, they're sorely deficient in magnesium. There's a couple others like potassium that are low in a lot of people, but just about everybody is low in magnesium. So minerals, add some magnesium in there. Vitamin D3. If you know your vitamin D3 levels in your body, you want to get that above 60 and keep it there. This is huge in your immune system, in cancer prevention, helping your body go through the inflammation process properly. So again, limiting the damage that happens to your brain. And then finally, a really healthy fat. Now we at Max Living, we have a perfect ratio omega supplement that we take every day. Right now we're out, so I don't have a bottle to show you. But this is another one. This is a company that I've been working with recently, and they've figured out how to make cod liver oil taste good. Again, organic sweeteners from oranges, a little bit of stevia. It's a little thicker, so it goes down a little bit like pudding, but very tolerable. That is perfect brain food. This cod liver oil, all these fats, these omega-3s, 6s and 9s and that kind of thing. There's an omega-7 out there. Those are perfect brain food. What most people are really low in is omega-3s, and that's where the cod liver comes in. It's a pure omega-3. So there you have it. Get adjusted regularly. Do your stuff with your spine. Cut out the processed carbs. That's going to be the hardest one. And then add the proper supplements to you. Now, in the last 30 seconds, how do you pull this off? How do you change your diet? I talk to so many people on how to do this because they struggle. I struggled with it. We all do, and it's never going to stop. You wake up in the morning, and the first thing you think about is what you're most grateful for. Fill your brain with the 3 things that you're most grateful for. It's easy for me. That's God, my girls, Mish and Steele, and then chiropractic, coming here watching you guys all heal up, watching my family heal up and write their testimonies and create their messages. Those are easy for me, and I focus on that for 5 to 10 minutes before I ever get up, before I ever do anything. And then from there, I'm reading, I'm praying, and I'm listening, focusing on my goals, what I want to accomplish for the day. So if you need to change your diet, that's how you pull it off, and you have to do that every morning, and that puts your brain chemicals in such a good place that you can, whenever the temptations come at you throughout the day, they can just fall off. We've seen it happen so many times. You can do this, guys. Talk to people around here. Look at the testimonies. Meet somebody that has accomplished some of this. Maybe you need a mentor in the field of weight loss, and somebody that's conquered losing 50, 60, 100 pounds. We've got a lady here that's lost over 100 pounds naturally without any surgery. You can do this. This is Dr. Hooten signing off. Rewind to watch this video if you need to. Share it with those that you love, that you like, that would like to avoid Alzheimer's and basically any other disease. Signing off. Talk to you next time.